Good evening, class. My name is Michael Whitten, and I'm here to present my topic on how to retain your top talent. I thought it was a pretty interesting topic that I could present to you guys. I've always kind of wondered how, what makes people stay at certain jobs and what makes them jump to other jobs. A couple quick things about myself. I am in the Army. I'm in the National Guard. Right now I'm actually living in Kentucky. I'm at training right now, which is making going to class kind of difficult. But we're making do. I'm also in the law enforcement world. I am originally from Jacksonville, Florida, but now I live in Oxford, Alabama, and I kind of enjoy it here, kind of not. Like I said, I'm used to bigger cities, but so anytime I need to go someplace to the beach, it's a little bit of a drive now, but I do appreciate the cost of living and the nicer people and stuff like that. This is my second year at Jacksonville State University. I'm trying to finish my master's in public admin. I was hoping to be finished by now, but from my job, my National Guard job, to my law enforcement job or family, it's taken me a little bit longer than I anticipated, but that's okay too. Some of the places I've lived all over the United States and overseas in Europe and everything like that because of, thankful for the military. I am married with 2 kids, a 10-year-old and a 5-year-old. They support me in everything I do, and they're supporting me while I go for my master's. Like I said, it's in public administration, and its concentration is in administrative management. I have associate's degrees from a school called Barstow Community College. It's in Barstow, California. And I have my bachelor's degree from a school called Park University. It's in Parkville, Missouri. I just kind of had to take whatever the military offered me, and it was either that or nothing else. My career goal is maybe something in human resources. I have thought about it, and I thought, hey, why not take this class and learn some things? I have learned quite a few things, so I'm glad I took the class. I listened to a couple of your guys' projects already, and they were very, very good, lots of information. So I definitely appreciate you taking your time out and putting the work in that you guys have. A couple things about me. I tried to be a writer for a little while. Never got anything published, started a blog. That didn't turn out well either, but that's okay. It's just something I enjoy on a regular basis. Some other things I like to do is, for hobbies is sports, going to the gym, movies, TV, when I have free time, which is not very often, to be honest with you. But like I said, it's great to be here. I'm glad to be in class with you guys. I know we don't have much interaction but if you got any questions afterwards, you can write me at Whiddon, that's WHIDDON, at jsu.edu, and I'll answer any questions that you have. So let's step right into the project. Okay, like I said, my topic's on how to retain your top talent. I've had quite a few jobs in my life. I'll be honest with you. I'm the type of person that kind of gets bored at work easily. I don't know. I thought maybe more money would keep me in a job, or if I had friends that worked there, or the side of town it was on. I've thought many reasons why I thought I'd be happy at work. I feel like I'm a top talented guy, but I feel that for whatever reasons I just don't ever stay at a company for very long. I've been in the military now for 11 years. I did 6 years active duty, and I did 5 years now in the National Guard, and I've been with the law enforcement world now for 2 years, this coming August. And honestly, I kind of do both things just to equal each other out. So I think if I did the Army full time, I'd probably get burned out. If I did the law enforcement world, I would think I'd get burned out. So I kind of do a little bit of both just to break up the norm. And I use the quote from Office Space a lot. I just think I don't be one of those guys. I just never be one of those guys that was happy at their job all the time. So anyway, so that's why I thought this topic would be so interesting to me. It's like, well, maybe I can find out what would keep me at a job if I hopefully decide that one day. Okay, moving on. All right, here's some of the ways ways to retain your top talent. Obviously, salary increase is a big one. Money makes, as they say, money makes the world go around. Some people feel that that's the way to keep them there. If they're making $30,000, somebody offers them $60,000, they're going to jump at it. Better benefits, flexible schedule, employee recognition, training and learning opportunities, employee feedback, and self-actualization. And I will go over each one in a little bit of detail. And maybe if you're sitting at home watching this or at work, you can say, hey, that would be my reason. Or you can say, well, I never really thought about that, but that's a good point. And maybe that's the reason I actually stayed at this job compared to maybe moving to another state or taking another job for whatever reason. Obviously, everybody has to work for the most part, and you have to choose, whatever job makes you happy in the end. Number one, salary increase. Like I said, money is everything to a lot of people. So what could make you go from a job that you're happy or sort of happy at, and someone comes calling, a bigger corporation. Let's say you're working at you're a chef at this restaurant, and another restaurant wants you. So what could keep you at your, so you come to your human resource department or your boss, and you say X place has offered me this much more money, and are you going to pay it to me or leave? So that's what you really have to ask yourself. Is money going to keep you at your current job? This includes more money an hour, more money a year. This is all because sometimes employees feel that this is the way they feel loved from their companies. They feel that if I'm coming to work every day and I'm working 10 hours, 11 hours, I'm missing my wife, my spouse, I'm missing my kids, that I should get the love, and that love is usually in money, in green. If I'm out here killing myself, why should I not being compensated? If Debbie's going home every day at 3 o'clock and she's making 60,000, why am I staying at 7 o'clock and making 50,000? So that's how some people dictate whether or not a company loves them or not. Also, more money you make, maybe you can take that family vacation, or just that vacation by yourself you've always wanted. Everybody needs a break. Like I said, my breaks are just going to going to another job. But obviously, if you had that dream vacation to wherever, Europe, Asia, wherever, if you feel maybe if you get that salary increase, you could take more vacations. It could be just even the Disney World or the beach, and you're making currently say $30,000 right now, and you say, well, if I take this job, I would go up to $45,000 a year, and we can actually afford time off. We can actually afford to go other places and spend time with my family and my friends. And last but not least, employees, they can also buy more items. Obviously, you can't go to the store and just get an item for free. And if you're making $20,000 a year, maybe you go to the store and you buy the bare necessities, and that's all you can get. So obviously, the more money you make, a little bit more stuff you can buy. So that's why some people that's how some people dictate whether or not they're happy at their job or not, or whether or not they're going to stay at their job. Is obviously money has it set apart. According to Jacqueline Smith, who works at Forbes.com, 70% of people said they would stay at their job if they were offered more money. 70% is obviously a big number. So, like I said, I don't know if that's what you think keeps you at your job, or is maybe if X company pays me this much, I would quickly jump to their company. But that's for you to decide on your own self. Next up is better benefits. We have three types: medical benefits, retirement benefits, and stock options. Medical benefits is obviously a hot topic as always. You can always, for me currently, I feel that my medical benefits for my law enforcement job is good when it comes to, let's say if I go to a doctor, but for the dentist or vision-wise, it's terrible. So maybe if another company says, hey, we're going to pay you the same amount of money, but your medical, your vision, your dental is going to be free. And both my kids wear glasses too, and my spouse. So I would maybe have to think about it. Retirement benefits. I worked at several companies where they didn't have retirements. So if you're working at let's say for example, I worked at a bank for a little while, and they literally did not have a retirement. So they had a 401k program, but that was it. So you had to put your own money in there, and basically if you did not choose the 401k option, you basically just worked there until you retired and collected Social Security. So obviously if you have one job that's paying you retirement benefits and another job that does not, I would think would be a great reason to go to another company, because obviously everybody likes working, I would say for the most part, but you would like to at some point in your life enjoy your later years in life. And last but not least is stock options. If you work at a small enough company, which that's what I'm kind of talking to right now, is the smaller companies that can't, let's say if Google comes calling and you have a great accountant or a web designer, if let's say Google or Yahoo or whoever else comes calling, maybe they can offer them quite a bit more money and the life they wanted. And but if you're a smaller company, maybe you can offer them some type of stock options, and maybe that's what can get them to stay. Next up is flexible schedule. Alright, so obviously everybody wants to spend time off of work. Well, some of the smaller companies can offer the opportunity of a flexible work schedule to their employees. If they can say, okay, you can go to this company, but you're never going to have any time off. Or you could stay with us, and you can have pretty much whenever you name your work schedule, we can match it. Obviously, the more flexible schedule you have, the more time you can spend with your children. More and more, the average household this day has 1.5 kids, so a lot of people have children. They want to go to their baseball games and their plays and their ballet recitals, and they want to see their kids grow. They just don't want to see them on Skype or when they're asleep in bed or through pictures. They actually want to see their kids grow up in person and witness these things. So that's obviously a great thing, a great reason to, if you're a human resource department or you're the CEO of the company, you can push towards your talent. Another one is vacations. Maybe you go to a job where vacations are not offered quite as much, or you're going to be the low person on the totem pole, and you want to take forever to get the vacation you want. And obviously, we're talking about summertime's probably when most people take their vacations because obviously the weather's a little bit better, and kids are off of school, so stuff like that. And also just Thanksgiving and Christmas time frame as well too. Some places are closed during this time, so you can actually take those vacations, especially when you live far away from your family like I do. Just days off. I've worked at some places, including the military, where we just didn't get days off. We worked 7 days a week, 13, 14-hour days. If you work for a smaller company, maybe you can offer that flexible schedule where you are off some days. And if you need to say, I have a dentist appointment on Monday, and your supervisor says, okay, that's fine, just get where you can. Work from home is getting very popular, obviously with technology like YouTube and Skype and FaceTime, all this stuff you can work from home. My mom works from home, I think, 2 days a week now, and she has retirement benefits, and just you don't need to come to work every day. We could do stuff like this, and that's why this stuff was invented. So I think it's a great option. Obviously, if you go to a company where a little more responsibility is put on you, maybe you don't have that option of working from home, so that's another option you can do. And another thing I like is start and leave when you want to. And I don't just mean like you can leave work at 5 o'clock in the afternoon or 6 o'clock, because that's obviously key as well. But I also mean like if you need to take time off of work, they will let you. They'll let you go leave without pay and all that other stuff. So I think that's a great option. This one's a big one, I think, is recognition and caring. I think a lot of employees just want to be recognized for their work, really, and to show that you care about them. Some of the ways are awards, cash, prizes, trips, massages, on-site gyms, once again, on-site daycares. That would be a humongous thing for me if my place had an on-site daycare. You can even try stuff like half-day Fridays or jeans days or snack cards. You can try so many things. That's why I challenge some human resources person at my job to do stuff like this. And we have started doing stuff like this where we do pie in the face contests for managers or stuff like that. And pie in the face, or they'll have charity baseball games and softball games. And they have cash prizes all the time. They have cash drawings. And it doesn't have to be anything, or gift cards, I'm sorry. And it doesn't have to be anything crazy. $10 to Walmart or $10 to Target. I know it's crazy to sound, but when people win anything, I think they're excited. Obviously, when it's big screen TV, it's a little more hoopla than a $10 gift card. But I think people just love winning things. Another one is a training. I think the big one for the military is tuition for education. That's why I originally joined the Army, was for tuition assistance. They're the ones that helped me get all 3 of my degrees and are helped paying for this degree. So that's a big thing for a lot of people. Also, it's another challenging and stimulating work. You want your employees to come to work every day and be challenged. So if you train them in different departments, that's my last one, sorry, is train with different departments. If you train them with different departments, they can learn more and more from their coworkers, and they can not only better your company, but also maybe they say, you know what, this company is taking care of me. They're going to let me gel, and they see the road in front of them that, hey, they're actually going to let me grow as a person, and I'm not going to be stuck in this job for the next 25 years as a janitor or as a fry guy. So that's obviously a big thing to how to retain your talent, is to train them and to let them grow at your company. Feedback. Employees want to know that they're doing good. They also want to know what's your plans for them. If I come to you as a 22-year-old college student, a college graduate, what is your plan for me? Is your plan for me just to file paperwork up for the rest of my life? Or is your plan for me to be the next CEO or COO or CFO or even a supervisor? What is your plan? And this is a big challenge for HR supervisors. If you have that person that a lot of people would like to get, what is your big plan for them? Another thing is, how are they doing at their job? Tell them that you're doing a good job. Tell that what they need to improve on. If you're honest with people more times than not, some people do take criticism not as well as some other people, but just tell them, and I think they would appreciate it in the long run, definitely. And last but not least is tell them how they did on a project. I think a lot of people fail to realize this, but when you say, if you have Nancy who's been working on a new plan for a new housing department, and you just say, hey Nancy, good job on that program. But if you say, hey Nancy, you did a great job on really killing that housing project, she would say, wow, they really know, first of all, they know my name. Second of all, they know what I worked on. So I think that's a big, big plus. And last but not least is self-actualization. So in 1943, Abraham Maslow, he developed a pyramid called the heredity of needs. All right, and at the bottom of the list was psychological needs. It was like food and shelter and clothing. You know, the stuff that money can buy. Well, at the top of the list was self-actualization. And this means that their job, when people go to work, they want their job to provide meaning, they want to fulfill their destiny, and they want to challenge their mind and keep them engaged. They want to go to work and work. They don't want to go to work if they have a master's degree. They don't want to go to work and flip burgers. They want people to challenge them and tell them how they're doing at work. Rosemary Hafner, the VP of HR at Career Builders, said employees want to feel value and do something meaningful. This also means that you have to be happy at your job. If people are, more times than not, people that are happy at their job are not going to leave if they get along with their coworkers, if they get along with their schedule. John Lale, it's L-A-L, he says happy people rarely get poached because they're not looking for other jobs. And they're just not looking for other jobs, and that's why they're happy at their jobs. More times than not, people want to go to work and make a difference in the world. I found it kind of funny. Hafner also says people have to be committed to their jobs, and more times than not, people really don't care about their job titles. They just want to fulfill their destiny, and they want to go to work and challenge themselves, and they want to go home every day. It's like, you know what, I did a good job at this project, and I made the world a better place, and hopefully everybody recognized what I did. So in summary, we went over the salary increase, the benefits, the flexible schedule, the recognition, the training, the feedback, and the self-actualization. These are just a couple things that you can, how to retain your top talent. These are just some of the things that I found that was interesting. And like I said, if you fall into one of these categories, maybe this is a reason that you're going to stay at your current job, or maybe you're thinking about leaving. Maybe you should think about it. Again, if you have any questions, my name is Michael Whiddon. Last name is W-H-I-D-D-O-N. Contact me at mwhidden@jsu.edu. Thanks a lot, and have a good night.